Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on one of my favorite shows of the year as we talk Bassmaster Classic, and I can remember my days back as the outdoors editor to Commercial Appeal and making those journeys mostly to Alabama. Seemed like I always went to Alabama. There was all the tournaments were in Alabama in those days.
Well, yeah, because I wonder why.
I wonder why too. But
there were a little company called BASS was headquartered there. And,
and
it kind of makes sense.
Well, we're still talking
and talk about Alabama.
Yeah, this guy likes to talk about Alabama. I bet.
I bet he does.
But the other guys talked about Auburn. Should we give Alabama fair equal time here? Valerie, you like that?
Oh, Roll Tide.
Okay, all right. Well, we got.
You know what?
He's driving his truck right now. Let's be easy right now. We got Dustin Connell on us with us this morning. Another one of the classic contenders. Looking forward out of Clanton, Alabama. And as we said, a graduate of the University of Alabama. And first of all, good morning, Dustin. How you doing?
Morning. I appreciate y'all having me.
We're ready. Are you ready?
I am.
I
am ready. I'm, yep.
Yeah,
Dustin.
First time classic guy. He should be ready.
Time, he is, and he's pumped. I have to tell you, you talk about somebody that gets excited about doing well when he's fishing.
Yeah.
If you just go back last year, and the way he qualified was by winning the BASS Open there at Ross Barnett.
Yes, he did. Yes.
And, he won at Fishing Upriver, and there were some videotapes of him where he had to kind of almost jump into a grass mat to pull one of his big fish out.
Yeah, that was a famous thing that Dustin is known for.
Yeah.
He's a grass mat jumper.
That's right.
So you get down to that. And this is the guy. Now I know you're, 27, right? Something like that?
Yes, 27.
27 years old, 17 tournaments according to the BASS Angler, 13 times in the money. That's pretty good, buddy. I'm impressed. You continue that, and I don't know if you knew who was on your show before you. Do you know who's on the show before you were? Some guy.
I ain't got a clue.
Somebody named Van Dam was on right before you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you like following Kevin Van Dam on the radio? I mean,
that's tough to follow up right there. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, yeah, and then we had Jordan Lee, who won the little old tournament called the Classic last year. On before that with Casey Ashley, who
let's get to Dustin.
But Dustin, I have to
he's
tell
in
you
the
something.
field. He's in the field. So.
If I was going to go in terms of just going out for somebody that's going to put 125% effort out,
yeah,
Dustin's the guy to do it. Dustin, and how does this set up for you?
Yeah, how does Hartwell set up for you, Dustin?
Well, Hartwell has spotted bass and, of course, largemouth. But for some reason, I don't know why, I really understand spotted bass fishing. And it's because I grew up here on the Coosa River.
Yes, you did. Yes, yeah.
And, it's two totally different bodies of water, but, the fishing is fairly the same. It's early spring. The fish are wanting to move up. And I've actually had, some experience on Hartwell before. I fished some local and regional tournaments there, so I know the lake.
Uh-huh.
The only bad thing is that I don't know how a tournament will be won. I mean, a lot of times you can kind of guess, hey, it's going to be one deep, it's going to be one shallow. I don't think anybody can tell you how it's going to be won.
Dustin,
that's a good point.
That's what everybody has said. And we've got Mark Copley and Valerie Dixon from Strike King in the studio with us this morning also to kind of keep us straight and ask the technical questions.
I was wondering why they were here.
We were to make it look better in here.
Yeah.
Dustin, blueback herring.
Yeah, there you go.
That's prevalent in Lake Hartwell there. Tell our listeners, what does that mean in terms of having that type of forage?
Blueback herring in a lake, they basically roam, and the I guess you say the bass or stripe or any kind of game fish, they're going to just follow that bait. And all the guys from Georgia and South Carolina, they know that. They know where to go find those fish early in the morning. They know where they move later in the day. It honestly takes structure fishing, brush piles and stuff like that, almost out of the equation because they only hang around that if the bait is there. So, and you may be sitting out over 70 feet and be catching them on a topwater bait because the fish are there and they're feeding on those blue bass.
Yeah, you don't think of topwater in 70 feet of water.
How does a Hartwell set up for you, Dustin, for this time of the year, going into it, early spring, pre-spawn, lakes up? What does it do for you?
I think it's going to play into my favor just for the fact that I'm going to stay open-minded.
Good.
And I don't mind fishing shallow and half the day and fishing deep the rest. It don't really matter to me. I feel just as comfortable. And I mean, I'm a river fisherman. That's what I grew up doing. So I've got to make a trip up the river and go check all that stuff up there. So I'm really just going into this one. I mean, you have nothing to lose. This is the Bassmaster Classic. No one, finishing in 15th place. It is what it is. You want to win. You only have X amount of opportunities. So I'm going to try to make the best of it.
Now, wouldn't that be something else, Dustin, for you to win this championship to go along with the little old football game they had there in January Valley? You remember that football game?
Here we go, back again. We're back to Alabama.
I do remember the football game.
Yeah, and who did they play and what was that all about? That's called a national championship.
Now, he may not want to talk about that. I mean,
Dustin doesn't want to talk about Alabama football?
Yes, he does. Yes.
I was going to say, I find that hard to believe.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
There we go. Okay, now we're getting to the object of the Dustin. I can tell your personality. I've never met you or anything like that. I've looked up some stuff about you. I see your personality in that you are a rookie in this. It's your first time in the Classic. How do you prepare yourself for this event that you probably dreamed about since you were a kid? What's going to be able to keep you your emotions controlled?
Well, actually, I thought about that this morning. Going back since I was 12 years old, I think I've been to almost every Classic that I could.
Wow.
Me and my family would go
and
we would go and watch the Classic and go to the expo and all that. And now that I'm launching my boat against these guys, it's kind of bittersweet.
Yeah.
But also, I want to take the experience in, but I'm there for a reason. I want to win.
You want to win. I mean, so if you're if Kevin Van Dam drives by you or some of these other guys that have been there forever, I'm sure there's some of your probably your heroes that you're competing against. But everybody's starts out the same. No one gets 10 pounds before they go.
Well, that's right. And some of the anglers that you're fishing against, Dustin, obviously you've fished against them before. But some of them go back several years, like, for instance, Matt Lee.
Yeah.
And that goes back to your college days, doesn't it?
That's right. Yeah. I tell you something else. When I launch my boat and I see Matt and Jordan Lee and several other guys that I grew up, Jesse Wiggins, I know all those guys.
Yeah.
It kind of brings me back down a little bit, and it makes me comfortable seeing my buddies over there. Russ Lane is a good buddy of mine.
Yeah.
He's been doing this a long time, so it keeps me kind of level-headed. And also, Trip Weldon, tournament director.
Yeah.
He lives 30 minutes from me, and I fish against him every Saturday on the Coosa River. So seeing him before I blast off, it kind of brings me back down to just a little 50-boat tournament.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
that's pretty amazing.
We know Hank and the love of fishing. Well, I know that before we let you go, we've talked about what's it going to take. We have a contest right now on our website about pick the winner, how much weight's going to take. Mark Copley and Ron have been talking about this, and most of the people are saying, I'm really surprised they're saying, low 50s to maybe 60. What's your gut feeling?
I'm going to say 53 pounds.
That's about
Wow.
that's about yeah. That's
that's
I'm
about.
going to say 53 to 55 pounds. I'll tell you what, I'm going to split the difference. 54 pounds.
54 pounds. Man, if you came in with 54 pounds, would you feel pretty good?
I would take my chances right now.
Yep.
Well, I don't blame
Dustin,
Yeah.
you're on a wonderful ride now that I know you're enjoying, but you can't do it without some of your great sponsors, can you?
Absolutely not. I have several great companies that support me, and I know it sounds cliche to say I couldn't be here without them, but I couldn't.
Sure.
Six Sense Lures, they help me out. Costa, McKinnon Toyota, they're located in Central Alabama. Owner Hooks, Net Bait, Avco, the list goes on, and I can't thank them enough because I seriously would not be fishing this classic without their help, and I try to promote them anytime I can.
No, that's why you got a degree in business marketing. I mean, this guy is
Indeed.
ready. Don't say that. You're going to say it again.
It's hard for me to say it, too.
Yeah, it
Maybe
is.
Valerie can say it.
From what school was that again before we let him go?
That would be the University of Alabama.
The
Roll Tide.
University of Alabama. Hey, Dustin, thank you, buddy, for being with us this morning. Ron
All
Wong.
the best. I'll
Ron
see you
will
there.
be there next week representing Outdoors with Larry Ray, as only Ron can do, and we hope you go get him, and we hope to talk to you down the road, okay?
I appreciate y'all having me, and I hope to talk to y'all soon.
All right, thanks, Dustin. All right. Dustin Connell. Let's take a break, come back. Boy, we're wrapping it up, 30 more minutes to go. It's hard to believe. 2 more guests, and I think you'll recognize both of these. I know that. Can't wait to talk to our final guest, because he and I
wonder why. Yeah.
we relate a lot. We can talk Arkansas then, okay? Let's save it to the last, all right? We'll be right back.